Hey, yo, folks. Yeah, Yak Gotti still in jail. And he will be there until February 7th. At least that long. Let's talk about it. Yeah, the court docket for Judge Melanie Leftridge says, well, 2/7/2025. So February 7th, 2025 will be the date of the probation revocation. Some details here. According to Kayla Bumpus, who now represents Yak Gotti, that warrant this is based on was never going to be enforced. The probation officer that had this thing outstanding said, well, we were never going to enforce it because he was already in jail. There's no need to enforce something when the person of interest is already in jail. And then once Yak Gotti got acquitted, apparently nobody knew this even existed, this warrant. It was just written and filed. But nobody seemed to have been notified about this, which is strange. But guess it happens. It happened here. And once Jakari got acquitted, all of a sudden, as you saw live on, because this is the bond hearing for what took place in jail, the alleged fight, him having AirPods instead of earphones or whatever it was. Things that, remember, Judge Whitaker said, I don't need this in here. First, I think she even referred to it, the video that she has been presented, it looked like self-defense. Now, in the bond hearing, the prosecutor with that note said, well, he held him hostage for whipping him for a good number of hours. We don't know that. Why we don't know that? Because there's been no evidence shown in a court of law about it that can be scrutinized. And remember, folks, all throughout the YSL trial, remember what happened with everything the prosecution said they had evidence for? It was shit. It was lies. It was embellishments and everything in between. So do I believe his account of things that happened in this so-called fight? No! Because they haven't earned me trusting them on their word. And now this Judge Leftridge, apparently she has... the talk of the town is that she likes to take time. Which explains why all the way to February 7th? Why this extra time before having this 1 hour hearing? Well, apparently because she likes it that way. She likes having people in jail. Another one of the judges in Fulton County who seems to more or less work for the prosecution to help them reach a plea agreement. And so that is my speculation regarding why this ever happened because, again, that warrant was never supposed to be enforced, because once he was out of jail, he could start reporting to his probation officer again, nullifying the warrant. Yeah, this is insane, folks. This is Fulton County showing themselves open. This is what they do. They are sore losers. They can't handle losing in court. The judges most of them seems to be helping the prosecution reaching plea deals. And it's infuriating. It's infuriating. I don't know why people live in that city. Because this can happen to anyone at any time, at any place in Fulton County. Piss one investigator off, you are looking at months in jail before you're even heard. Months. I looked up the statistics. You can do it yourselves. Average stay Fulton County jail. And it seems like the average stay in Fulton County jail before released, either because you're acquitted, the charges are dropped, or you're off to prison, is 180 days. 180 days. 6 months. Average. Then we also know from the DOJ that 17-year-olds in Fulton County jail system, the average is over a year. Over a year. So we have all of these statistics that shows us a really, really rough truth. That Fulton County, the politicians in Fulton County, the investigators, the police, the prosecutors, the judges, they want Fulton County Jail to be this dangerous. Because the longer you have people in jail, the more likely they cut plea deals, which helps the prosecution getting witnesses for the next case, because people don't want to be back in Fulton County Jail. Don't believe me? Well, give me a reasonable explanation to why I'm wrong here. Give me a reasonable explanation. I'm happy to listen to it. Write it in the comments below if you have a different opinion or if you agree, because we need to keep the pressure on this. Now, the YSL trial part 2 are down to 4 after Milton took a plea deal for count 1, the RICO, of course. And he is now out on probation. The only person in the first, that as well, the only person in the first YSL trial who got acquitted is the person still in jail. Lil Rod is back in prison. And the rest of them out and about on probation. Time served or commuted. And then the last 4. We need to keep the pressure up. We need to keep talking about it. Thugger Daily on X, read it, like it, repost it, whatever he puts out there. If you see somebody else, do that as well. My handle is @Starow Niklas. Or you can just put this Nick Starow and you will find me over there. And find other people to talk about this on YouTube's Rumble X. Like, retweet, subscribe, everything. Because they won't stop. And because remember, all of these people are politicians. They will keep doing this until they are scared of not getting re-elected. And I don't care if you're Democrat, Republican, or Independent. as long as you are not Fonnie Willis, Judge Glanville, Adrian Love, and the rest of the prosecution's team. Get them out of there in the next election. Okay, that's what I had for you today. Thank you for tuning in. Have a nice one, and see you in the next stream or video. Okay, bye-bye.